Hello, hello, hello! So, the new update is here, and with it we finally have the Primal Dragons in-game. And we also have the level 6 masteries unlocked for Primal Dragons, which means that very, very soon we will be getting Primal Dragons available in the first ever Primal event. But the new treasure hunt event isn't out quite yet. We've still got Cake Craze this week and catch-up dungeon to get through. But one thing that we do have that started today was the new dragonmaster pass for this month. And I was gonna go through this the other day, but we do have the brand new seafairy dragon as the new dragonmaster pass dragon. And so seafairy, for anyone that recognizes this dragon, we actually saw this during a Dragon's Delight event. You know how sometimes we get sneak peeks of dragons from the Dragon's Delight event? We saw seafairy in that event. So it is a legendary water and energy dragon, which I think is quite fitting, and it does look like a Finian or a Luminian from Pokemon, which are based on an actual fish. But, you know, it's a very pretty legendary. But the main question with these Dragonmaster passes is, are they actually worth it? And, you know, we've got dragons like the Turf Dragon available with a breeding timer. We've got the Clownfish, which is useless. We also have the legendary Noir Dragon, which you can get from this pass. But the main selling point for a lot of people is, of course, going to be the divines that now come with these. And this is another quite easy Dragon Master pass because we've got the new totals where the max that's not the divine pieces is 7.6k. But Nezha is, of course, we've got quite a lot of breeding tokens available for hitting 8.3k up to 15k, which does give you a chance to breed this divine. The only problem really being that the combination isn't exactly the nicest and most player friendly. You've only got a 2% chance to breed Nezha when you use this combo, and Emperor means that you've got Light and Shadow in the mix, which is definitely not good. If I actually go and throw this combination into DML Planner quick, it's not a diabolical combination, and it's certainly not as bad as the previous breeding tokens were, which gave the chance of breeding the Crystal Dragon, among some other very long timer shadow epics. But there are 7 other possible outcomes, the longest of being a 16-hour wait, and all of the others are 8 hours. So obviously, if you're really, really desperate for Nezha and you have to wait 8 hours for every breed, it can stack up really quickly. So just be aware of that before you do purchase the pass. And also, the main thing to remember is that the pass no longer goes on sale. So if you want to purchase it, it's always going to be this base price of £4.19p, which is roughly $5, maybe more, depending on your platform and currency. But, you know, I've already talked about this issue before. You know, I get that we've got the hatching time and we get the relics and you get free legendaries, but compared to how these passes were on like day one, the only saving grace really is that divine breeding token. And even then, lots of people don't even manage to get the divine unless they waste every token and relic that they get from the pass itself. So basically, you're just spending that money to potentially get a divine. So I'm not really in grand support of that, all things considered. But hey, I mean, you do you at the end of the day. But I guess the only other thing I really wanted to go through today is that with these Primal Dragons coming into the game soon, I will stress that since we don't know exactly how they're going to release them with Treasure Hunt and everything else, you know, try and get as many primal materials as you possibly can saved up. Like, I don't have tons because I don't really do arena that often. Definitely not as much as I should because I just hate it. But you can check how many materials you have, and for instance, I've got enough right now for 1 extraordinary, which would not be enough for a dragon. But, you know, keep stacking them up, keep getting those primal mats, and maybe you can add a primal to your team, because we're not going to really know how good primal dragons are until we actually see them in-game. And see how they interact with everything, see how they interact mainly with Wander Acceptance, Divines, and Ancients. So that should be interesting. Also, I really want to use these at some point. I really want to use my ancient mats at some point. I should probably add an ancient to my main team next. That's probably what it's going to be. Instead of just a divine, may end up being a second ancient. But anyway, that's what I wanted to go through for today. So if we do get any more news regarding the primals and the event itself, the new type of event, obviously I'll let you know. But treasure hunting is on the way. Go and update your game and collect 20 free gemarinos, which are always very nice and tasty. I do indeed like free gems. So aside from that, good luck with all of your breeding, hatching, collecting. I'll have Oira ready soon, so we will hatch that bad boy probably tomorrow. But I appreciate you joining me, thank you, and good day.